One of my favorite characters of all time in the Honkai series is Welt. I love how he's always effortlessly aura farming, and I really wish he'd flex his power more in the main story. In fact, I've been kind of disappointed lately at how little we've seen of him, at least in action. So I decided, fine, I'll do it myself. And with the brand new Nova Flare buffs having just gone live, I decided to make my Welt Thor accurate. Welcome to Giga Welt. Basically, my goal here is just to make the world's strongest Welt, and that's going to involve a few different things. An E6 S5 Welt, strong speed tune supports for him, and really solid gear. This is just the beginning though. Today, chat, we're going to be building an E6 S5 Mr. Yang. We are going to be taking this man and destroying the entire cosmos, all because he was underestimated. Bro, that's just me and gay. I am not old, bro. First things first, my account's kind of in a rough state since I haven't been on it actively progressing. So I was going to need to actually max out Welt's level, traces, and light cone first if I was going to use him. All right, so I think I've collected a lot of Welt Eidolons throughout time. I think I'm actually at 5. So I have 5 Welt Eidolons. So I could go pull for one more Welt and then we'd basically be maxed and that would be it. Actually, I have a better idea. I don't think anyone has ever done this in the history of Honkai Star Rail, but I am going to be getting a standard banner character with this. Yeah, E6 Welt. What are you calling me a whale for? I literally picked this up for free. It was a free Welt. All right, Welt's light cone is now maxed. We'll get 2 more of these light codes too. You know how we'll do that? Dude, I have 21 of these. Holy. Let me just grab
another one.
Oh, it's so crazy. All right, but first things first, we're gonna need to know how to build this guy to the best of his potential, right? So I've actually had someone theory craft the perfect Welt for me. I actually had Cam here help me create the perfect Welt by updating a Welt spreadsheet with all possible damage numbers, basically. So what we're gonna need is Pioneer Diver of Dead Waters, the Wondrous Banana Amusement Park. We're going to need him to be running no speed, basically. He's going to be a speedless old man. He's going to be the slowest old man you've ever seen. We're going to get a very fast Sparkle, running at 164 speed, approximately. 161 is kind of ideal. Then we'll have Sunday be slightly behind that. And then with Dan Heng, we can also play different characters too. We don't have to play Dan Heng. We could play other characters as well, but this is a safe setup for a DPS Welt. What we may do as well is replace Dan Heng with Saridra. And the thing is, I don't have Eidolons on my other supports. I think a lot of people will clear with like extra Eidolons on support characters for them. My goal is not to do that and see how close we can get. First things first though, we have to catch Unk up here. He's pretty far behind. Actually, I guess the scarier thing is the only character missing anything is Welt on his ult does not have one of these. And unfortunately, I have to choose between Saridra or getting his ult up. I think probably, let's see, Saridra's might be, no, I think the ult MV is better than this. Because the next level is gonna be, what, 0.7% of her attack? I think we get the ult for Welt. Oh, I'm out of these. Never mind. There are no more actually, that's not true. Hold up, Nameless Honor, when do I get another one? I get another one at level 15. I just buy 2 levels. Chad, I've achieved more balls. Oh my God, the levels were right there the whole time. I didn't have to buy anything. And after finally figuring out how I'm going to spread resources between him and Saridra, because both of them were just simply not maxed, I needed to get my whole team speed tuned. And unfortunately, I haven't yet set up my Relic presets, though those would be absolutely huge for this exact purpose. Oh my God, I'm not even at 200 crit damage anymore. So I'll save those later. We have 165 speed here. We need to get more Sacerdos pieces because I need high speed. We need to be zooming. Sunday needs to be wicked giga fast. That's crit damage. We need some more of these with speed on them. Yao Guang has this one. I'll take that. I need Lushaka. Lushaka. This is speed and crit damage. I'll take this from Ron May. 152? No, we need to go faster. All right, boys, we need to go get some more Sacerdos. But luckily for today, I have prepared 217 Trailblaze power. And using this, I will create the strongest Welt supported by the strongest ever supports. All right, now check this out. Damn, there's no speed on that. Hey, that's got crit and speed. Luckily, one of my new pieces that I got that I locked had both speed and crit damage. Watch this. Max it out, all speed. Oh. You know what would be a really bad idea is if I were to re-roll this and block one of the stats with one of my stat blockers that are so limited. If I did that, that would be like super silly and super bad for me, honestly. A massive waste of my time and effort. Genuinely, I would rather just spend the 200 Trailblaze power to try and get the right stats on it. Are you kidding? Out of spite, I'm doing it again. Out of spite, I'm doing it again. It's beautiful. All I had to do was block that pesky defense. 158. He still needs to be faster, bro. How am I gonna do this? Oh. Never mind. Sparkle. 165. I do feel like her piece. What do you mean I'm running double speed sets to make this work? I guess it doesn't really matter. Last 2 turns. Oh, we're gonna blast through this, actually. I kind of need Sacerdos. This has crit damage and speed on it. Hey, let's go. Okay. I don't want to throw away crit damage, but I do need speed. This is kind of how I feel so like screwed on this, because now she's gonna be like 218 is like really bad, but I do have 165 speed. I can actually drop some speed here in favor of crit damage though. What does Sunday have? Sunday has like 161. So she just needs to, she can drop 3 speed. If I have a crit damage one with 2 speed on it, I could do that. I need a little more speed. I need to go back and I need to take the piece from Courage I just gave her, or from Gallagher. I'm not even at 200 crit damage anymore. 199. This is so ass, bro. Why do I have Sparkle Idol on? I should probably just activate this, to be honest. Although if we do that, we lower her overall speed. Yeah, maybe we just do the E1. Oh, what's the Rad? 153. I almost feel like I want her to play Wind Set. What if I just take Eagle and we dance? I feel like that's cooked. I feel like it doesn't do nearly as well, but we can see. Dude, imagine if that was a 4-liner off the bat. All right, come on. Oh, we got 2 speed rolls. It didn't hit crit damage, but that's fine. I'd rather have the speed at this point and then try to get her to like 160 if I can. 155. I kind of do feel like that's all we can do. Now, speed tuning is always a struggle for me because even though I pretty much spammed self-modeling resin on the right stats and farmed forever, even spending whale bucks on more, I just cannot get the stats that I'm looking for. Ever. After weeks of farming for even one usable piece in a set with daily stamina refreshes, I always end up having to settle for a piece with 2 substats I'm looking for, with 2 out of 5 rolls going where I want them. This is a reminder that luck is absolutely a skill, and I clearly did not spec into it. Okay, but now we have to get into the real issue. If I take some of Acheron's pieces, I can have decent crit, but what I also need to do is make sure that I'm hitting the effect hit rate that I need to hit, which is pretty high, not accounting for the fact that I'm going to be using his light cone, which should compensate for a pretty large portion of it. But I no longer need speed on him, which is good. And now I'm at 83, 127, and my effect hit is 39. So I'm not exactly maxing out my attack here. And then on this, I'm gonna need Banana Amusement Park, and I'm gonna need imaginary damage. Oh, actually, Banana Amusement Park's only better if we have Dan Heng. If we're not playing Dan Heng, it might not be best for him. Maybe Pangalactic is the way to go. And I've got nothing, bro. I can't believe in the year 2026, I am considering farming Pan-Cosmic Commercial Enterprise. Oh Lord, do I really want to farm? This is so inefficient. I think I'd rather just take the loss without the summon. Can't just craft them. I do suppose I could craft them. We're gonna need to give this imaginary damage. Crit rate, crit damage. I think I'm gonna do this because the effect hit's not gonna be an issue later. Imaginary damage, crit rate, crit damage. Come on, the only character who have ever used this ever. That's okay. Maybe it rolls into crit rate and crit damage. Like this one. Maybe this one will also roll both. Watch this. Attack with crit rate, crit damage. You know what? Full set. I'm not afraid of some HP and defense. It's not going to affect me at all. Watch this. Ooh, it's so average. Oh, it's so average. Oh, it's so below average. I have 7 dice. I'm not gonna use one of my 7 variable dice. I'd rather use a new self-modeling resin, a new 5 of them. All right, luckily this one will be better. Oh, it has effect hit. Actually, okay, that's good. That's better, I think. What I'm gonna need to do is really cook on these relics. I think, oh, that's not very good. Hold on. We can fix that. I have the whale V-Bucks to do this and to make a great piece. Oh, it's got us flat attack. Man. Dude, this is not good. Use all dice. Okay, here's the thing, Chad. I'm not using dice ever. I will sit here and bust my balls every day to try and get even a hint of crit value, right? I am always in the bottom 0.1 percentile. The best thing for me to do is give up. Is what I would say if I wasn't going to build the strongest Welt Yang. Watch this shit. We're gonna hit 3 in crit, maybe even 4. This game sucks. Watch this. First try. Boom. 3 crit stats. Huge. He did it the first time. Insane. How does he keep doing this? I now have officially, except on this piece, I have 3 crit stats on every piece except for this one. After an agonizingly long farming session, I ended up with 2 to 3 good stats on every Welt piece and finally took him into Memory of Chaos. The time has finally come. We have unlocked MOC 12. We have speed tuned the team to perfection, not you. And on top of all of that, we are ready to maximize the damage of our Welt. We have 6 Eidolons here. We're gonna activate everything. Everything. New adventures, new friends. Great, isn't it?
Great, isn't it?
E6 Welt is complete. And now, the last step. We're gonna bring this all the way up to 30 effect hit rate when we use our skill. And a huge attack increase. Now we're sitting at 60 effect hit rate. We get 30 from that. That'll put us at effectively 90, which is pretty sick. And I think with that, we're ready to go. All right, let's see it.
Let's begin.
Can you find the answer?
All right, let's see this. This is without the Sunday buff. 300k? Oh, this is gonna be so nuts.
You know nothing. Survive or be destroyed.
This is gonna be so
no
nuts.
choice.
All right, 287, that's fine.
More. Watch over you and guide you on your path.
Watch this. 1.3 mil twice. Dude, this guy just did 2.7 mil with skills. Holy shit.
Feeling spiffy?
Let's begin.
1.3, bro. Oh, but I'm not gonna clear it in the one cycle.
Destroyed. There is no other choice.
Oh, actually that's a problem. If he hits me, I die. Oh, we gotta try one more time. They must perish.
Survive or be destroyed.
They must survive or be destroyed.
Watch over you and guide you on your path.
Oh my god, he wants to hit the other one so bad. He wants to hit the other guy. It's bounce, but it only hits one target, and it's not the one that you're pointing at.
You know nothing. Survive or be destroyed.
Check this out, check this out.
There is no other choice.
If all is black or white, there'd be no.
You know, chat, I had a thought. If, hypothetically, if I had more crit damage, if I swapped crit rate for crit damage here, and then I just prayed, I might actually be able to kill him. We're doing okay, though. Okay, we go again. Huge. We gotta stun them.
Survive or be destroyed.
Keep knocking him down. We need to keep delaying Kafka. It is imperative.
You know nothing. Survive or be destroyed.
Oh, we got it.
There is no other choice.
There we go. We got her delayed again.
Serenity is before me.
Oof. Goodbye, guys. It's been real. Wait, Gigawelt might be cooking.
Find the answer.
Oh man, dude, that took 2 cycles and we were just short of clearing both. I'm actually so impressed because on the CE server, I had to have Syrindra's Light Cone or it was not possible to reach the damage. But I feel like if I did more crit damage and I just played around with the crit rate and I just reset until the crit rate went really well, I think it would clear. We were just short of clearing in 0 cycles on both waves. Just short of it, like barely missed it. Holy man, he is so strong now. But we all know that Memory of Chaos isn't the real challenge anymore. The real challenge is 3-starring Anomaly Arbitration, a game mode with such high HP that even players who spend money on the game sometimes are not getting it completely done. But I'm fairly certain that Gigawelt can do it. After all, He is the strongest. Now here's the real test. We're bringing him into Anomaly Arbitration, favored for Elation characters. Wait, I took the wrong team. I will not survive sustainless on Anomaly Arbitration. However, I do have a very cool guy named Daniel PT. Chad, are you ready for lore accurate Welt? If this clears with 3 stars, I am shocked. All right, let's see. First hit of damage. We need to use our ult twice.
I'll overcome the thorn. The remedy is before me.
You know nothing of survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
291,000. Okay.
Guide you on your path.
Big.
Dragons soaring above the lands. This is permanent.
Check this out. Holy, bro. Almost 1.4 mil. God, that is so crazy. I can use this for free. Might as well. 1.9? Dude, that is insane.
Let's begin.
2.6? They really put canonical Dawei in tier 0. Good lord. Patch 4.2 is when they added Honkai powers into Star Rail. Both Silverwolf and Welt can use them. That's fine. The first cycle is passed.
Feeling spiffy?
Leave it to me.
You got luck.
Dude, I think she's gonna get like demolished in a second. How much damage is it gonna be? 1 mil? Oh, that's not too bad.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice. Leave it to me.
2.9? My mind is like completely blown right now. I don't know if we'll get it. This is gonna be cutting it pretty close.
Feeling spiffy?
I'll overcome the remedy is before
Yeah,
me.
that is tough. I'm missing out on an attack every single time this happens.
You know nothing. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
The damage is absurd though. This will bring him up. All right, hold on.
You know
Maybe.
destroyed. There is no other choice.
My purpose is to protect.
If I do this, then I ult.
Dragons soaring above the lands. This is permanent.
We stack that damage buff, you know?
To doubt farewell.
Let's begin.
No, we're just short. I feel like we can do it though. I feel like we actually can. All right, here we go.
Survive or be destroyed.
We're gonna inflict basically damage up from us.
Watch over you and guide you
Oh,
on
we're
your
gonna do
path.
more damage to them. They're also gonna get their defense shred because they're in weightless. Huge damage here. 1.3, huge, massive.
Feeling spiffy?
You know nothing.
We do this again
Survive or be
because I'll get the ult up like right after they all die.
To doubt farewell.
Actually, that's not true. I'll die here. I'll get it before they send me away, right? Oh no, they send me away right away.
I'll go easy.
So he wouldn't get boosted up. So I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna also action forward.
Survive or be destroyed.
See if I can get out of this room faster with one ult to improve damage dealt.
Can you find the answer?
I'll overcome the thorns. The remedy is before me.
Let's begin.
Jeez. All right, here we go. Now it begins. They're dead.
You know nothing.
Now she's
Survive or
tilted.
be destroyed.
She takes a ton more damage.
Heard the call.
Holy 400k from his dragon is
Let's
nuts.
begin.
Watch over you and guide you on your path.
Oh, 3.5 million damage.
Feeling spiffy?
And we are all synced up again.
The remedy is before me.
Leave it to me. You know nothing. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
And we get to act immediately. The only difference is they are gonna instantly get this off, but I think that's fine, right? As long as I can blast through this. I have to punch this a whole bunch of times. He does get the action here.
Can you find the answer?
We might get it.
To doubt farewell.
Leave it to me.
Oh, no, I don't know. Punch this.
Feeling spiffy?
Let's begin.
1.6, dude, so crazy. Okay, and so basically, oh man, this is gonna be so tight.
Serenity is before me.
We'll have to see.
Leave it to me.
All right, I'm gonna ult beforehand, right?
And guide you on your path.
And then I got a couple more actions, but I want to apply this so that way I can make sure that I get the most out of my damage increase. Weightless? Oh my god, 3.7? Hell yeah. 3 stars in Anomaly Arbitration on one of the first nights here with E6S5 Welt. This is a standard banner character, by the way. Absolute cinema. Dude, the new Welt buffs are so ridiculous. They're so insane. Like, genuinely, it's unlike anything I've ever seen on a Nova Flare buff. Like, the power scaling that he got was absurd. And I think there has to be some kind of lore implication, right? Like, surely they didn't just do this for fun. They were like, oh yeah, Welt's supposed to be strong. Our bad, guys. We're gonna just fucking giga buff him. This is a good free-to-play angle character, dude. If you've been playing for years and you've stacked up some Eidolons, holy, he's so crazy now. Bro's got a black hole on his staff and he's not afraid to show it.